wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I just want you to take up space. Whether that be taking the deepest breath you've taken all damn day, perhaps even clearing out any tension in the body through sound, through movement, through breath, just a little bit of coming into your body to tap in. Something that I love to do is either place my left palm over my womb or my solar plexus, or even tap on my heart to come back into my body. If you feel like you're traveling all the way up here, let's really bring that shit down. So I'm going to be working with a new deck for you today for the Oracle guidance. You may have noticed things have been a bit quiet around here, and I have been on a deep, deep inner journey of death and rebirth. And today things feel different. There is an emergence of something. In light of everything that is happening across the planet right now, global pandemic, Black Lives Matter, so many things are coming up from the underworld, from the shadow, to be fully seen, fully acknowledged, fully felt. So if you are feeling it, as I said before, and you've only just joined in with us now, use this next few minutes to take up space in your body. Breath, movement, sound. So I'm holding the new deck in my hand, and I ask each of you as you do this, perhaps even just rolling through the hips a few times, maybe through the neck, to bring your awareness down into your body, but then also to center into a question or something that you're seeking clarity on. This time is like the wild unknown, right? It always is, and we like to kid ourselves to have some sense of security in such an illusion. So I'm personally really turned on by a lot of especially the COVID era. I'm just like, yeah, let's burn the fucking systems that aren't working. But when we burn, of course, there is a fire, there is destruction, there is chaos. And it's up to us to remain anchored in truth, in clear seeing of what we are. Hey, dear Holly, welcome. Gracie's here too, awesome. Clear seeing in what's to come, and really holding on to that vision, anchoring that vision. So for those that cannot access that vision just yet, you make it available, right? Through your meditation practice, your embodiment, your movement, the way that you speak to everybody in the world, the way that you show up and take action. Haley, welcome too, love. Okay, so the deck that we're working with, hilariously, because I just said the wild unknown, is by Kim Kranz. And her brand is called The Wild Unknown, which is why this fucking turns me on so much. Like, look at the art in this. Looks like eyeballs and boobs. It's great. So we're working with the archetypes here. Now, this deck is fairly new to me, but as I've taken a break off social media and unplugged from the matrix of output and creation and working much more intimately with my clients on emotional expression, trauma release, some deep, beautiful soul journeys, and also my own. I've worked with this deck incredibly intuitively and deeply, and it's such a personal practice. So the card that I pull for you today, and this is a collective card pull for the Oracle reading of the week ahead, that will continue to simmer under the surface as time goes on. But really allow this not to just be your answer, but to be another question, to be a contemplation for the week, yeah? I'm really cultivating this living in the question, living in the contemplation, because from contemplation we just continue to de-layer until we get to truth. And my core desired feeling for this week is fierce truth. So I invite you all to access your fierce truth right now. And you might even like to put a hand to the screen as if you are giving this beautiful deck your own personal flavor and flair. your own connection to your guides, your ancestors, the celestial realms, Pachamama, whatever you feel connected to. And then asking to receive the message that is meant for you, the archetype for you to contemplate this week that will bring you closer to fierce truth. And if you feel blocked in any way, remember your breath, your body, your sound. Okay, yeah. Ooh! This is so good. I love this because I actually haven't even seen all the deck. I've only got 5 cards laid out on my altar and they're the only 5 I've seen. This card is the Maiden. We played with a lot of Maiden energy this weekend on the Wild Grace Embodied Leadership Training. The Maiden is the inner child. The Maiden is the underworld, is our shadow, is our ego. The Maiden is everything that we keep locked in the basement or up in the attic holding dust. The Maiden is what is asking you to listen now. And we see this in the way that the world is in response to others having an emotional center stage. Right? This is my deepest work. How does this resonate with you when you see this card? What image comes to mind? Yay, hey Mandy, hey Prue. What image comes to mind? What memory, what words? What does this card communicate to you? Tell me in the comments below just so I know that you're with me. Even if it's in emojis, that's totally cool. I'm a visual person, I speak in emojis. Me and my grandfather, actually, my papa, he passed away last August and we communicate in emojis in my dreams. It's really weird. He was in his 70s, but he sends me messages in emojis. Holly, you already know the answer. Healing, yes. So, as I said, the Maiden is like our inner child. This is pre-mother, pre-crone, which is like the wise self. And the mother is the self that has birthed. So as we're in this birthing process and we're deep in contraction right now, there is so much pain, trauma, expression, and it's so fucking beautiful. How you can hold space with this within your own body is a direct reflection of how you can hold space for your inner maiden, your inner child, your own underworld. What is your personal experience with the little one inside that tugs at your dress or looks up at you or finds you in those moments that you can't sleep? The parts that is just knocking inside of you, asking for your attention, begging for your attention, for love, for play, for safety. My dog is just like tiptoeing around. He's feeling a lot of maiden energy right now. Thanks, buddy. So if you're feeling a particular trigger right now, whether it is because of COVID, Black Lives Matter, anything else that's happening on social media or on the news, the travel bans, the restrictions, perhaps you haven't seen your loved ones for a long time, like me. Whatever is going on for you, but I'm talking like collective, because this is archetypal collective shit right now. How comfortable you are in holding space for your own inner child is what determines how comfortable you are in being a fucking pillar of grace for others to have their process, especially if you're in the work of any healing modality, if you're a facilitator, if you're a teacher, if you're a coach. This maiden work is crucial. Like, if you are not doing this work, I will not work with you. How can I trust you to hold space for me if you can't hold space for your inner child? This is a work in progress too. We're not going to, it's not ever going to be perfect. Like, she's with you or he's with you or they're with you at all times. So what is your promise or commitment to the maiden this week for your contemplation, for your play with this archetype. Because I know there is so much shifting and shaking and stirring in the world, and we need more people holding space and allowing and being a frequency keeper for where we're going, anchoring that vision of peace, harmony, unity, and allowing that destruction, that chaos, that like maiden energy, inner child, shadow, underworld stuff to be purged, because we cannot move forward in this process of evolution if the purging doesn't occur. And if you're standing here right now being like, ew, the purge, this is triggering, this is too much, I can't handle this, then this is your invitation. This is your invitation. How good are you at being with your own body, with your own feelings? How good are you at being with your own rage, at making space and safety for yourself to fucking feel? Because if you cannot do that, you are not supporting this evolution process. You're actually part of the problem. And in a way, we are all part of the problem, but this is a step in the right direction of taking ownership of our contribution to allowing the new way to enter with as much effortlessness as there can be. Because there's going to be pain, there's going to be release, there's going to be exhaustion, there's going to be cellular upgrades, our nervous systems are going to unwind, and sometimes that is like so painful and so uncomfortable. But if you have the freedom and the privilege to take care of yourself, then please connect with your own maiden energy so that you feel really strong, grounded, and embodied in yourself to hold space for others to have their process. To not get so involved, to feel what you need to feel, and to hold space for those feelings to be unearthed and be really fucking acknowledged. Yeah? Allowing curiosity rather than judging it. Yes, listening to the needs of the maiden. Amazing. Thank you for these commitments. Anybody else want to share? Letting her visit more often. Beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm going to, out of curiosity, open up the Archetypes book for the maiden. Oh, this is so beautiful. Like, I don't know if that actually is. Oh yeah, her hands are over her breasts. So my friend Jasmine of Humble Wild Wellness has a free breast activation massage opt-in on her website, humblewildwellness.com. You can find her at Humble Wild Wellness. I'm feeling this a lot in the feminine right now. If you are a person with breasts, like you need to come back into your heart, right? So many of us are up here having judgments or projections, or trying to analyze and understand exactly what's going on right now, and then formulating, all of these responses, when really we just need to step the fuck back and like be with, and take action only from that place of absolute integrity and alignment. That's really important. So some practical examples of how to connect with your maiden. Beautiful question. Inviting in your inner child. So one way I've done this is literally source a photo of myself at a certain age. I will connect with her first by closing down my eyes and just evoking her, asking, maiden energy, inner child energy, come up, reveal to me who you are at this moment, because the age can change. Lately I've been working with myself as like a much younger baby, like before my sister was even born. So I have a photo of myself where I'm about 4, right before my little sister was born. And I look at that photo, and even just that creates an emotional connection. Like for me, I actually feel moved to emotion by looking at a photo of myself at that age. I didn't used to. I think I used to block that. So it's a practice. Take it slow. Another way is then just asking what she needs. So, or he, or they. I know I'm not just talking to women here. Spud, sit. Thank you. Our inner children, our maiden energy wants to play. It also wants to have a tantrum. You know, think of us pre-ego. So from 0 to 7, we are in this energy. And then we're a lot as adults because we're unintegrated. So you might ask them what music they want to listen to. You might remember a song from your childhood and press play and just like let them dance and like come out to play, be in their bodies in a way that you were as a kid, which might be like super spazzy. You might like to take them on an adventure. And also give them space to throw the tantrum if they need to have the tantrum. So we worked with this on the weekend in the Wild Grace training that I was in, with allowing space for the tantrum by using pillows to like rage with. Also hand screaming, so you have both of your hands cupped over your face so you're not like overexerting your vocal cords. Because the maiden energy is this pre-ego self that doesn't know, you know, doesn't have any like intellectual understanding of how to work through emotion. So this is really important to do now as adults. Yeah. Okay, I hope that answers you. Let me know. Okay, I'm just going to quickly open the book before we wrap up because I'm so curious as to what it's going to say. The Maiden. Go on. Sorry about that, guys. My dad just got home. Little purges of my room. Okay. The Maiden, the Virgin, the Princess, the innocent one, so the little one within. Moving from the maiden to the mother is challenging, often leaving unresolved tensions between the two archetypes for years, if not a lifetime. So this is really important work. Whether you're actually a mother or not, the archetypes play out in our collective consciousness. We are moving towards a reverence of the Mother Earth, right? Into the feminine principle. But if we're trapped in maiden energy, we're in tantrum. We're in a childishness that's unintegrated. So when this energy is light, when the maiden is in integration, there's this curious, enchanting, sensual, full of vitality energy, right? Think of like a child with wide eyes moving through the world out of wonder and awe. That is aligned maiden. When dark, pretends, projects, denies, and fantasizes in an unhealthy way, right? Which so many of us are doing right now in this time, when what is being called forward of us is to anchor like the new way without hiding in the dark, without projecting all our shit everywhere, and without denying that it's there too. We need to mature our maiden so that we can be okay somewhat with what is happening in the world and hold space for it rather than judge it so much. Yeah. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to read from him. I hope that landed with everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is going to go live on YouTube, and I'm going to continue the Oracle guidance as free offerings every week now that Spirited Seeker is in the tail end of her rebirth. It's been an awesome ride. The site goes live in the next week or so, and I hope you join me on a deeper experience. There'll be some pretty epic containers to come. But for those of you that are still listening and tuning in, I'm hosting the final free virtual cacao ceremony that I postponed from 2 weeks ago in collaboration with the epic company Sacred. They do ceremonial cacao based in Melbourne. They are amazing, favorite humans. And I will be sending out the link for that in my newsletter. So if you're not signed up to my mailing list, get on it. You'll get a free Ideal Day visualization if you head to the link in my bio if you're not signed up already. And I hope to see you in ceremony. All right. Thank you so much, beautiful humans. Have an awesome week and happy Monday.